The focus now shifts to the FIFA Club World Cup for Mamelodi SunDowns. We have seen Al Ahly drawing with Inter Miami in Group A, and this early hours of this morning we saw Esperance de Tunis losing 2-0 to the Brazilian Fluminense. Tonight at midnight, it is a chance of Mamelodi SunDowns to at least score the first goal for CAF representative. And then tomorrow, Wydad, of course, have got a tough task of playing against a Pep Guardiola Man City. Yes, I do go by the name of Oscar. It's a football where I engage and discuss on anything to do with football, from Africa to the world and from the world to Africa. If you ask any Mamelodi SunDowns fan as for what do they expect for Mamelodi SunDowns to do in this FIFA Club World Cup, majority of them, they are indifferent. They really can't give a straight answer. This is all because of the disappointment we witnessed in our run in CAF Champions League, how we, continued progressing. The last game versus Raja Casablanca in the group stages, our game in the quarterfinals against Esperance, our game 2 legs against Al Ahly in the semi-final, and finally losing to Pyramid FC of Egypt. So we were really not convincing. We didn't take a lot of shots at goal. Now one wonders what will be the approach of a Miguel Cardoso in this game against the South Korean side, Ulsan HD or Ulsan Hyundai. Here's the thing. He's got his own style of play, and there's an expectation from the fans on how Mamelodi SunDowns play. Are we ever at any point going to say we saw a Miguel Cardoso, bringing, allowing the players that freedom of, shoe shine, piano, playing, possession football. A Miguel Cardoso is more pragmatic than anything. He is more of a coach who brings a balance between defense and attack. But majority will say he's more of a defensive-minded coach who plays, especially if it's outside the Betway Premiership, he plays more not to lose the game than approaching the game really wanting to win the game. He is not an all attack coach, but maybe since he arrived from December until now, maybe after that loss in the CAF Champions League final, maybe it might be time maybe to change his approach. I think he has had plenty time, to assess his mistakes, to assess the expectations from the management, the fans. I do not know what is Fleming Beck's conversation with this guy is, but the guy, first of all, it's almost unforgivable for him not to play a club legend, Mshishi, who had a great impact. I mean, that flick, it sometimes just take one touch. That one flick in the semi-final in Cairo against Al Ahly, it was his flick that eventually ended up being an own goal and Mamelodi SunDowns equalizing to get to the finals. Now, the same guy didn't have even 1 minute in the 2-legged affair of CAF Champions League final. So, one expects a Miguel Cardoso, at least to be sympathetic towards the fans and at least give this club legend Themba Mshishi some minutes. If he starts him and Mshishi fails, let's say in the first 45 minutes, we will understand if he hangs him out of the match against the South Koreans. The match, the preview is not really about the South Koreans. I don't know much about them. I've seen some highlights on how they play, their physique, how tall are they? They've got a Brazilian in the side. They've got some 2 Europeans on the side. They've conceded a lot of goals. So the episode is not really about that, but more so about Mamelodi SunDowns, Miguel Cardoso, what we hope to see from Miguel Cardoso. Miguel Cardoso is really taken a lot from the North African style, more direct, defensive, pragmatic, and he really tried to balance that at Mamelodi SunDowns. So the motivation for the boys, number one, the Betway Premiership. After 30 games, you win about $1.1 million, which is exactly 20 million rands. Now, if you look at what happens, the incentives of this FIFA Club World Cup is that when the match ends up in a draw, both teams get $1 million apiece. And if you win a game, you take home $2 million. I mean, Al Ali was supposed to win their match in the first half. 4 goals clean. Esperance were piss poor. The perception the world has got now about anything African or even African football is that we are inferior to everyone. I don't think there's an expectation for Mamelodi SunDowns to win a game, let alone even score a goal in their group match. So it is for us, it is for Miguel Cardoso to sell to the world what Mamelodi SunDowns is about. Now the question is, will he do that, or is he going to approach it yet again the game with the mentality not to lose the game? Now, as a fan, I would really love to see this lineup. Really love to see Themba Mshishizwane starting. We've already seen a lot of players. I mean, there's some players who are never substituted. It doesn't matter how they are playing on the day. I mean, I love Marcelo Allende, but he has played a lot of games this season. I mean, a lot of games. It will not be criminal for Miguel Cardoso, let's say, to start a Williams, goalkeeper, a back 4 or back 3 when we have the ball of Khuliso Mudau, right back, Aubry Modiba, left back, and a central pairing of Mvala and Musa Libusa. Obviously, the second game after here, we are playing Fluminense. So, and I'll start with the midfield 2 of a Tebogo Mokoena and a Jaden Adams. I'm starting Marcelo Allende on the bench on this one, and the front 4 of Ribeiro, Mshishi, Teshrik, Matthews, and a Reyners up top. This will see Mshishi playing that number 10 role, at being a linker for the front 3 players and the midfield 2 of Mukwena and Jaden Adams. When we have the ball, Aubry Modiba can tuck in, invert, and help Mukwena, while Jaden Adams is the one that's playing closer to the front 4. That would mean that Musa Libusa, Mvala, and Mudau are the ones that will be left behind. Obviously, our deep playmaker would be a Tebogo Mokoena, who would be assisting a lot on the side of a Musa Libusa. Obviously, we expect Cardoso to continue the way he wants to continue. It's his team, it's his say at the end of the day. Won't be shocked if he starts with an Arthur Sales, but this is a chance for Cardoso to redeem himself, a chance for the boys really to show Amasandawana what this team is made of. I mean, there's a lot of quality in the team. This is not to negate what the South Koreans might be bringing on the table. Generally, South Koreans, Japanese, they are hard runners. I mean, hard runners, and their development over the years have just been on and up and up and up and up. But I do have confidence, because when you look at the numbers, they concede a lot of goals. They're already on the 90th game in their league in South Korea, and this would mean also that it's almost like the Brazilian. They are on peak form, unlike us who played their last game about a fortnight ago in Egypt, the 1st of June. And best of luck to Miguel Cardoso and his team. I think this is also a time for Steve Kompela. I mean, he was there when he was co-coaching. He was there when Rolando Mukwena was leading. He was there when Mangoba was the sole man. He's still here when Miguel Cardoso is taken over. He has seen all of these, and I think he's the one who needs to bring a flavor to Miguel Cardoso on how to strike the balance. Wouldn't even be shocked if the likes of Miami or Mkulise or even a Lebu Mutiba starts up top with the Rainers if he wants to start with the front two. And yeah, man, I don't know what to expect. The worst can happen, we lose the game, or the best can happen in us actually getting maximum points in this group. I mean, if we don't get maximum points against the South Koreans, what the hell are we going to do against that formidable Fluminense or the favorites in the group, which are the Germans, the Yellow Bees? Yeah, man, if you're seeing this space and this content for the very first time, just comment in the section below. What are your expectations? Is Mamelodi SunDowns even going to score a goal? Are we going to win any game? Or are we packing our game, our bags after that Borussia Dortmund game? If you're seeing this space and this content for the very first time, love it if you support the channel by liking this episode and subscribing to the brother. Now, let me end it there by declaring, may my God bless you all.